When choosing a career path, I would definitely recommend being open to new experiences. Look for opportunities to volunteer, internships, anything to get some real-world, hands-on experience to see what career path is right for you.
My advice would be to find out what you love doing. Once you figure out what you love, then you can worry about how to make money. A lot of people worry about salary first and then they end up not liking their jobs. I would also say to find someone who does the career that you think you want to do. Get to know them and talk to them about what kind of things you can do to make sure you get where you want to go.
If a student's interested in a career like mine, my suggestion would be to pay attention to your schoolwork. Really study hard, investigate and study what you want to do, and make a wise career decision. It is a big step, it's hard work, but it's well worth it in the end.
I learned from my mother that you can start out in one career path and it's never too late to tackle something new. There's always the opportunity to change your mind or go back to school and choose a different career path.
What advice I would give to a student who wants to prepare for a career like mine, one in particular is that no matter who you are or where you come from, if you got the want to, you can have the know-how. You can do it. Whatever you put your mind to it, you can achieve it. If I had to give final words of wisdom to anyone, any student, it would be what I call the two-letter, 10-word sentence. If it is to be, it is up to me. And that's the attitude I've had, not just in high school, not just in college, but throughout life. That whatever I want to become in life, whatever I want to do, it's up to me. And nobody can stop me from doing it.
If I had to give advice, the advice I would give were the words my dad would say to me: get your work done, then play. If you're an eager learner and a hard worker, it'll carry you a long way through school and your career beyond.
If I had to give advice to someone who was considering a career in public service, I would certainly tell you to consider in middle school and high school taking a more rigorous course load. Even if you're not thinking of becoming a scientist or an engineer or a medical doctor, rigorous courses in mathematics and science, for instance, are going to prepare you to be a critical thinker, a problem solver. In government is what we need. And I would also tell you to be balanced, and you will need to obtain social skills and soft skills, certainly like leadership and dependability and those types of things that are reinforced in social clubs and the arts and the humanities, music and those types of things. And so I would encourage you to both take a rigorous course load as well as to be involved in social activities. I have one final word of wisdom for anyone seeking a career in public service or any career for that matter, and that is to be a lifelong learner. The pace of change in our world is so fast with technology and innovation and globalization and all these things you read about. But really, if you're going to be successful, you got to be prepared to always learn and improve yourselves. Even when you graduate from high school, and if you go on to post-secondary education, to college, that's only going to serve you for a few years, and you will need to continuously upgrade your skills, and that's going to help you in the future more than anything.
My advice for students going into nursing would be to get to know yourself. This is a time when you can explore many of your different interests, so really explore different things so you know if this is the field that you want to get into.
If somebody was interested in getting into the culinary industry, I'd say, go out and get a part-time job, whether it be washing dishes or, prep cooking, if you can get a job like that, and just see how you like it. That's where most people's interests or passions spawn from, is from starting off, seeing what's going on and really, learning those few small things and seeing, how much fun it can be, and just seeing, if this is something you would want to pursue. And at the same time, you get paid for it while you can kind of learn those things.
In my particular case, running a business, there are a number of challenges related to that, which are just as important as what I do in the area of game design and development. And if you are running your own business, certainly you need to be just as committed to excelling in those areas as you do with development.
For you students that are interested in a career in aviation, it's very important to take full advantage of your educational opportunities. There's a time to work and there's a time to play. And certainly to work in aviation, it is important to be good at both. If you have a chance during your summertime, maybe going to your local airport and maybe trying to pick up a job working with the local aviation department. Those are all things that can help you build experience in time before you actually get into the field of aviation.
If I were to give advice to a student who'd be interested in a career path such as mine, I would probably say, get involved in outdoor activities. If you're interested in FFA, join it, see how you like it. If you know somebody that owns a farm, ask them if you could help them. Get an interest, a feel from the ground up, and from that point you will know if that's something you'd be interested in doing. But you have to get that initial first step and go from there.
My advice to somebody that would like to have a career like mine, spend a lot of time working on anything you can get your hands on. You might tear it apart and not get it back together, but at least you know how it came apart and how it works. And anybody that's willing to show you how something works, definitely take the time to spend with them to learn something.
If I was going to give some advice to somebody at this point in your lives, I would say to take the hardest courses available for you at this point, because those are going to prepare you for the more difficult challenges you'll face later on in life and in college. The easy courses might get you the higher grades, but the more difficult courses, the chemistry and the math courses, are the ones that are going to really prepare you for the careers that you hope to get when you become adults. This is a one-time shot for you to get the education that's going to multiply tremendously the successes you're going to have later in life and the income you're going to produce. Lastly, I would say stay away from substance abuse and other illegal activities. Don't get caught up in any of the culture today, because decisions you make today are going to live with you the rest of your life. They're going to exclude you from a lot of good jobs if you get into any trouble at this point in your life.
The advice I would give would be study. Nothing comes easy in life, and I would be lying to those that say it's going to be easy to study. No, it's not. It's a hard road. But I think that if you're willing to prepare yourself for the future, and if you're really willing to help others in this profession, I think it takes a special person. I realize that. It's not just a paycheck. The paycheck is secondary. You have to believe it, you have to feel it in your heart. And if this is a profession that you want and are wanting to do because you want to help somebody else, then yes, go forth, but study hard, and it's a long road ahead for what you're going to achieve in life.
Final words of wisdoms, hey, get off the couch, make it happen. Your future starts today. Nobody can do everything, but everybody can do something.